Mwango, and how is everyone and how is everything? I'm good, as you can see. So guys, this is my backup channel. I don't know whether I have ever introduced it properly, but I feel so. Okay, so this is my backup channel, and I ask, please consider subscribing before you watch this video. I'm back to this carbon. So this is I love sitting here most of the time under this bottle brush, and especially when I kind of have free time in my hands. So if you hear any noise at the background, of course, you know where I am. So please consider subscribing, like this video up to the end. So today I want to talk about this lady called Coco Mama. You know, Coco Mama pretends the way she knows so much. She's that kind of person that feels like everyone, like she's above everyone. That is usually what is in her mind. And she thinks by her traveling, because this is one thing that I have always come to a conclusion. So, you know, she came from Nigeria and then relocated to Saudi Arabia, if I'm not wrong, Qatar, and those other places. So, by her being there, she has always thought she has made it in life, and she has that eye that can scrutinize and, you know, pepper people, as they say. But the truth of the matter is that most of the things that they do, say, and actually bring out is not true. Most of the time, it is all about propaganda, allegations. And by the way, if you ask them to justify, they can't justify because mostly these are allegations. And therefore, I was looking at her. Yeah, she has always said she's a nurse who has ever seen her in a hospital, you know, doing the nurse thing. The only thing I think that I have seen her is in scrubs, you know, the scrubs, eh? And then a stethoscope. But I have never seen her like practicing. So I don't know whether she's a real nurse or a fake nurse. Look at her coming out to advise Rocio, telling Rocio to take baby Maisha to the hospital. Of course, when they were doing the video, I think the second day when they were distributing out items to the people, because that is the time that I picked this. Maybe it could have been in the first video, I'm not sure. Okay, so Mara said Maisha was not feeling well. And of course, Maisha at his age, he is teething. If you are a mother, you know what teething is, and you know, sometimes the complication that teething comes with. And most of the time, these are, you know, things that you can manage at home. Like you don't need to go to the hospital. That is my point. It is manageable at home. Do you get it? Like you don't need to go to an emergency room unless it is that critical. I think the worst is when kids diarrhea, because if you're not careful, they can be dehydrated. But when you look at baby Maisha, he had fever, and of course, the fever was maintained. If you are a parent here in this chat, let me know what you think about this matter. Most of the time, when my daughter is not feeling well, because my daughter is under 5 years, you know, and that is the age bracket where kids mostly fall sick. So most of the time, when my daughter is not feeling well, and especially when I note she has fever, I have paracetamol in the house and I administer. Do you get it? But if I observe maybe after one more day, the fever is not going down, definitely I'll run very fast and take her for a checkup, because sometimes we are told when the fever is persistent, we must be having an underlying problem. So this lady Coco Mama feels like Maro and Rocio are so stupid that they're not looking out for their own child. Like seriously, who doesn't want their child to grow and become a healthy child? Do you get it? And therefore, they know when to take the baby to the hospital, and they know when not to. Of course, personally, I've never used herbals, you know, on my children. Like I've never given them any herbal medicine because I don't know. That is not how I was brought up. Like I'm not familiar with many herbs. So most of the time, just like most people that maybe are out there complaining, we all believe in going to the hospital, you know, for an examination, and then medication is administered, of which is okay. But the way this lady brings out the matter is what pisses me off. Like, for example, how can she come out and confidently say these people are very irresponsible? Irresponsible in which sense? And you know the way she was putting it, oh, baby, Maisha can pie. And then these people will start here crying, running helter-skelter, but they're the ones that do not want to take the child to the hospital. Of course, the child, if need be, the child will be taken to hospital. And let me tell you something, guys. If you have ever brought up your child, and especially if you're a parent, if you have ever brought up your child around your mother or grandmother, you know these people will always encourage you to try home remedies before you take a child to hospital, and they have solutions. By the way, they have solutions to so many, ailments, and they'll tell you what to do, they'll tell you what to give to the child, they'll tell you how to soothe. And like when you look now at Maisha, every time the fingers are in his mouth, it is just because of teething, and in due time he's gonna be fine, just like many children. Do you get it? Because if you've ever had a child, or if you have ever grown around children, or rather have nieces and nephews, you know what I talk about. Sometimes there are those children that it can be severe. Like I remember my son, when he was teething, he started diarrheaing. And of course, that was alarming. I had to take him to hospital so that he does not, become dehydrated. Do you get it? But most of the children will have fever, which is manageable and usually controlled using home remedies. And then we have other children that actually they'll be perfectly okay, like they'll not have any issue, no fever, nothing. So this fake nurse, I don't know which country she's in. Is it Qatar or Abu Dhabi? This fake nurse should stop coming out here and deceiving us. Look at her coming after Dimwango and saying Dimwango bought for herself the flowers. Dimwango had a bouquet of flowers and she said it was from her own man. So why would you want to say otherwise? If I come out today and tell you, do you see this uh, earphones? I was gifted by my boyfriend. Who are you to come and say that is not the truth? The way she kept on saying, "Oh, Dimango is copying another celebrity." She pretends she has gifted herself the flowers. She's pretending, "Oh, when you look at this guy is a person that cannot afford to buy that, and therefore Dimango is pretending." How can, like, they can't believe anything that comes from the mouth of Dimango? And by the way, the premium ticket was 12K Kenyan shillings. And Coco Mama was like, "Oh, that guy cannot part with that money. That money came from D." And guys, let me tell you something. These people, what I know, their mentality is that Dimango cannot get a man that will love her the right way. Do you get it? According to them, Dimango can never get a man that will just come and support her without any conditions, without looking at her money. There are some men, when they meet you, they want to know your status in terms of finances. They want to know what you do for a living. And most of the time, these are men that will want to know your financial stamina so that they can decide whether they're going to relate with you or not. And of course, you have men that take advantage of women and they seriously eat their money. Do you get the tingle? They seriously eat women's money. There are so many men out here. And therefore, they have this mentality. Mango is the one that is always, buying men. That is how we say it here in Kenya, buying men. You buy a man, and a man pretends to be, your lover and all that. But at the end of the day, you pay that man. Do you get it? So according to them, Mango can never have a man that will honestly love her. Mango must use her money to get a man. And most of the time, these men will just come and go. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that is why someone like Coco Mama was like, "Oh, this Mwango, within a short time, you'll not see this guy from Poland. Oh, Mwango, you'll just see her alone." In fact, they have started a lot of speculation. Oh, Mwango could be expectant, and that is why she does not want to travel around the world. Or Mwango is going to Mombasa so that she can hide from the people in Nyabohanse, because people in Nyabohanse will see her and they'll come out and tell the world, you know, where in case Dimwango is pregnant, of course the people in Nyabohansa will see, and then they'll start spreading the information. Do you get it? And therefore, according to them, Dimwango is running away from Nyabohansa because of that, and that is why she has chosen to not travel for a long time. So, guys, let me tell you, Dimwango is a content creator who travels a lot, and of course, she needs some break. A big question to us is this the first time that Dimango is taking break? And the answer is no. There's a time Dimango came back to Kenya. I think it last year or the other year. Yeah. And she stayed in Kenya for a long time in Nyabohanse. So what is the difference? She was in Nyabohanse for a long time, and then eventually she decided to go back and start her traveling. You remember that time? That was the time when they were talking about jump tours money, or the way Dimango is broke. She can't afford getting money and such and such. So guys, we all know these people are very spiteful, and their mission is to ensure that they bring Mwango down, irrespective of how hard she works to make a name for herself. So I don't know what to think about this. Please drop your comment. I would love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. It is one way of supporting me. Before you watch this video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much and goodbye for now.